One of the biggest things we hear students share is their surprise about feeling lonely or not having friends soon after they've started their first year of university. In high school, many students traveled from year to year as a cohort, and so those social connections were well established. However, it's important to understand it takes time to make friends when starting university. Let's take a look at a fascinating study out of the University of Kansas. This study showed how many hours of face to face interaction are needed for the different levels or tiers of friendship. The key here is face to face interactions, not how many followers you have on Snapchat or how often someone messages you on social media platforms, but real time, real life moments. And what they found was quite interesting. 50 hours is needed for that acquaintance to a casual friend. 90 hours is needed to be considered a casual friend to a good friend. And 200 hours is needed to be considered someone BFF worthy. So let's look at an example of one university class that occurs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 1 hour. So that's just 3 hours a week of being in the same lecture hall, which isn't the same as sitting with someone at Starbucks, for example, chatting for the full hour, because obviously you're in class paying attention. But let's use this just for simple illustration purposes. There are 12 weeks in a semester. So if you sat beside the same person every class for 12 weeks, you would see them for only 36 hours. That doesn't even come close to the required 50 hours just to be considered an acquaintance. This is more like, oh yeah, that's the guy in my psychology class. Establishing connections takes time and intentional effort, which can be really intimidating. So, if you can build a connection with 2 or 3 key people at first, that's a healthy and balanced goal to achieve meaningful connections. Feeling alone is not a comfortable feeling, but acknowledging that it's normal at first, and it's certainly not a failure on your part or there must be something odd about you, can help you move through this transition of being one new student on campus of about 27,000 undergraduate students, all navigating life as young emerging adults just trying to figure stuff out. Friendships take time, and there are lots of opportunities for you to make connections, like clubs and intramurals. Talking to your SAS advisor can be a good starting point, who can suggest various clubs or different resources and strategies, such as taking advantage of peer support programs is a great way of meeting people while working on various goals. And of course, there are many U of G traditions, communities, workshops, and fun events happening on campus all the time. Check out Griff Life or the I Am a Griffin app to learn all about the different opportunities to meet people. And lastly, there are some helpful Instagram accounts that may also support you when trying to make connections, whether you are living on campus or off. Suzanne Hanna is from the US and she's a college life coach. The term college is often used the same way we use the term university here in Ontario. She has all sorts of great advice for emerging adult students who identify as female. Harlan Cohen is a best-selling author and coaches both students and parents about how to manage university demands, from friendships to failed courses. He's got great tips. And don't forget about U of G Instagram accounts. For example, Student Experience will post all sorts of social events and fun opportunities to meet people. If you're living off campus and feel a little self-conscious about coming to campus to take part in activities, the university has got you covered. OCUS is just for you. This is a special off-campus student group that specifically plans events to build a friendly community for commuters. And lastly, be sure to follow Student Wellness, where SAS will also post opportunities to get connected with various peer helpers and other events that build connection. Remember, adult friendships are very different from friendships that were built in elementary and secondary school. It is so easy to look around and think that everyone has made so many friends, when in truth, they too are likely feeling connected only on a very superficial level with most people. 50 hours of face-to-face time is hard to clock and achieves the "he's the guy in my psych class" acquaintance. Be open to meeting new people and be patient with yourself. Because remember, new friendships at university takes time.